Capitol Rioter is not happy about his conditions for pretrial release and is now complaining that he's bored. I'm so bored because I can't get on the internet. So again, that is one of his pretrial conditions, that he stays off social media and he stays off the internet. Generally, unless, of course, it's for work or education. So now Matthew Klein and his brother, Jonathan Peter Klein, were both released in May to await trial on home release in Oregon after being at the January 6th Capitol insurrection. So let me tell you what they did. The brothers, who self-identified as Proud Boys, were identified by FBI agents in photos taken inside the Capitol during the January 6th insurrection. Both brothers pleaded not guilty. Conspiracy to defraud the United States, aiding and abetting in the obstruction of an official proceeding, obstruction of law enforcement during civil disorder, destruction of government property, entering and remaining in a restricted building on grounds or grounds, and disorderly conduct in a restricted building or grounds. So serious charges, for sure. And yet for some reason, they were allowed to stay home, likely because they didn't have a criminal record beforehand. I'm not entirely sure why so lenient, but there it is. Now, if they were black, they'd be under the jail right now. There wouldn't be enough books the government would throw at them. Okay, there'd be a ton. But there's more. The defendants' actions created a dangerous scenario, this is according to the federal prosecutors, that directly interfered with law enforcement's efforts to secure the building. That they did so as part of a second or third wave of attacks with knowledge of the mayhem that had already unfolded at the Capitol shows their reckless disregard for others and the danger posed by these two actors. Matthew Klein allegedly helped others climb over a police barricade. Brother appeared to celebrate with other Proud Boys. After they got inside the Capitol, according to prosecutors, the pair later helped force open a secured door. We found out, of course, that mob was minutes away from actual elected officials. Had they gotten their hands on one, who knows what would have happened? Probably would not have went well. Again, remember, this is the mob that not only went after AOC, Nancy Pelosi, for example, but also chanted, "Hang Mike Pence."
Mike Pounds.
Hang Mike Pence. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they said. Because Mike Pence didn't overturn the election personally. So these are dangerous people who knew exactly what they were doing. Okay. And for some reason, they were allowed to spend their time waiting for a trial at home, at the comfort of their own home. Do they realize how lucky they are? Again, if it were a minority, well, they would be waiting in jail the whole time. In fact, I believe it was one of the only minorities that actually did show up, black man, that was denied bail. But this goes into a story of privilege, because Matthew then asked the court in a new filing to loosen his internet restrictions so that he could be allowed to watch Netflix and shop on Amazon. Holy shit, the privilege. The fucking caucasity of it all. Dude, you try to overthrow the country, you want fucking Netflix? You think you deserve Netflix? No, you get prison. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Nothing pisses me off more than the privilege shown by these assholes. Okay? People never had to suffer any sort of consequences in their lives. Things they've actually done. And they're not even sorry about it. These people pleaded not guilty. Not guilty. Well, I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. Now let me get my Netflix. I gotta go watch TV in the comfort of my own homes. No. These people, again, never had to suffer any consequences. No, and they did no plea deal. They got no remorse. They just got demands. No, I deserve this. No, it's, you know what it is? It's the same kind of thinking the right has when they cover up for Donald Trump's loss to Joe Biden. He got blown out, son. Blown out. Biden got 7 million more votes, plus the Electoral College. Your man lost. Y'all acting like you deserve to have the presidency just given to you. Just given to you. Here you go. No, don't worry. You deserve it. Here you go, your worship. No, the voters have spoken. Fuck off. Go throw a hissy fit somewhere else, preferably inside a prison cell. That's where you belong. Jesus, you're a bunch of racist, sexist white kids. You think you're patriots? You're patriots? You think you know the truth? Well, you think there's some sort of gigantic, massive voter fraud conspiracy? No, the only fraud that you're pulling is the one on the American people, making it seem like you're the real patriot. We're the real Americans who then tried to overthrow America. One of these jackasses was holding a Confederate flag. Or was it a Gadsden flag? I mean, the context does matter on that. But look, if you're holding a Confederate flag, then obviously you don't care in America because you tried to overthrow America. And you got wrecked the first time. And you got wrecked the second time. Okay? No, you haven't learned a goddamn about the real world. Not a damn thing. Not a goddamn thing. Now, it's also important to point out that these brothers were homeschooled in a very Christian environment by missionaries, and they spent much of their youth outside the country. So y'all tried to overthrow a country you didn't even live in for most of your life. What, for Donald Trump? For Donald Trump. Come on. Come on. No wonder you fell for it. You have no real-world education at all. You don't know what facts are. You just spend your days thinking about how you're super special and, oh, we're right and we're righteous. We're chosen by God, while trying to convert others to your bastardized version of Christianity. What, violence? I thought Jesus Christ said no violence. We're not going to do that. No, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Obviously, they didn't. This is who you are. This is who they are. And why, no, you should not get to watch Netflix while you're waiting. It's bad enough that you were allowed to stay at home after what you've done. No, I hope these people get some real consequences. Real consequences. But of course, something tells me that our stacked judicial system, which always tends to favor white faces over black ones, and gives them lesser sentences for stuff like this, well, I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.